Welcome back to Illustrator. So we were just in InDesign where we assessed whether the dark background or white background might look better, and I decided that I'm going to check out the dark background. So I went to the Illustrator file called diagram_artboard, so I can focus on working on the dark background. And then we're going to learn how to create reference lines and add labels. So let's just press P to activate the pen tool, or we can click on the pen tool icon here and click anywhere you would like the path to start. So that creates an anchor point. If you hold down the shift key, and then try to move towards where the endpoint of the path is going to be. It's going to create a reference line from the endpoint of another line to show you that that is about the right position where you can make them the same length. So if you click again, you're going to create another anchor point and perfectly straight path that's horizontal. If you release the shift key, it's going to allow you to go into any direction from there. If you hold down the shift key again, it's going to let you draw another straight segment. In this case, I actually just want to end it here. So to get out of this command, I'm going to hold down the control key and I'm going to click anywhere else to get out of it. So we just drew a straight path. So to be able to modify this straight path, we want to bring up the stroke panel. I'm just going to close it out to demonstrate how to open it. You can go to Window to make sure the stroke is checked, or you can hold down Control key and press F10 to bring it up. And to make changes to any path, we'll have to go to the selection tool, click on the path you would like to change, and this is where you can change the line width. So I just made it thicker by going from 1 to 3. I can also change the shape of any corner made out of 2 segments. It can be sharp 90-degree corner or rounded corner and so on. I can also add an arrowhead to the end of the segment. I can add it to the right side and the left side. I can also scale these arrowheads. If I click on the link here, it's going to allow me to scale both of them at once. But if I hit Control Z to undo, if I unlink them, it's gonna just scale one of them instead of both of them. So I'm gonna do Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, and then hold down Control and click anywhere else to get out of it. So I actually like it as simple as possible. So now I'm gonna add the label over here. So let's press T as the shortcut for the type tool, or we can just click on that icon right here and click somewhere where you would like the label to be. If we just hold down Control key and click somewhere else, you'll see how the label actually has a different color. So to change that color, we want to activate the type tool by clicking on the icon or press T as a shortcut. And then we want to go here to make sure that there's no fill, and then we're going to change the color to white. So let's hold down Control key and click elsewhere. Now you can see how the text just got changed to white color. And then we can go back to the type tool and then just highlight the text to change it. So in this case, I'm going to type in underground cistern, or hit enter to go to the second line, rainwater collection, and enter again to go to our third line, removal of suspended solids. Hold down Control key, click somewhere else to get out of it. So now I have my reference line and label. So let's just learn a bit about the layers to see how we can organize our objects better. So we can click on the selection tool to choose the specific label that we can move. So you can see how this label is selected, and you can see how it's indicated here. indicates select R. So that means this is the object that got selected. So we can actually move it up to the labels layer. So now it went to a different layer. Same with the path. If you click on the path, you can see how it's showing you how this is the select art right here. So it looks like the path is in the right layer. So before we draw a specific object, we might want to just click on the layer where we want it to be on to make sure that that is the active layer. And to create new layers, you can click on this icon here and say new layer and just type in whatever layer name you would like it to be. And then if you don't like the layer, you want to get rid of it, you can click here again and just click on delete layer 5. So in this case, we can keep all the objects organized under layers with relevant names and so on. Okay, so and then similar to Photoshop, you can turn on and off specific objects, or you can turn on and off everything on the same layer. All right, so I'm going to see you in the next video where we're going to talk about how to draw curves. And we'll add arrowheads to those curves to show the water flow pattern. See you there.